Hello, everybody. My name is Scarlett Higdon, and because I'm an art education major, I thought I'd show a little bit of my life in an art story I learned along my time at UMHB. So this is the story called Erase the Kooning. Let's get right into it. In the 1950s, there was an American artist named Robert Rauchenberg, and he visited his artist and friend William de Kooning's New York art studio in 1953. De Kooning was a famous abstract expressionist artist, one of the most famous modern artists in New York. The two were friends, and at the time, artists who worked alongside each other often traded pieces and collaborated. Rauschenberg showed up at de Kooning's studio one night. It was pretty late, and he told his friend that he had a plan for a new art piece. Instead of collaborating, adding to the drawing when they traded, he instead wanted to take one of de Kooning's drawings and erase it. The erased piece would then be the final piece of art. De Kooning liked this idea and agreed, so he gave Rauschenberg one of his very favorite drawings. This was going to be a really hard drawing to erase, especially because it was done in materials of charcoal, pencil, crayon, and oil paint. Rauschenberg knew that any piece of de Kooning's would be a lot, because he was famous, and that was key for this piece. As de Kooning was picking the piece that he would give to Rauschenberg, he was flipping through his portfolio and said, "It has to be something I'd miss." Rauschenberg had this idea for the piece as a conceptual piece of art, but not exactly the art itself. This means that while some may look at the piece and be like, "That's art," this was transcending that concept. It was a conceptual art piece, meaning that the idea behind the piece and the intention behind the piece meant more. Rauschenberg spent multiple weeks erasing de Kooning's drawing. Because it was done in materials like pencil, crayon, and oil, and charcoal, it was proven to be really hard to erase because his art, as shown above, was done in materials that were almost irreversible. Rauschenberg's friend made him a frame and a mat for the erased drawing, and Rauschenberg titled the piece "Erased de Kooning's Drawing" by Robert Rauchenberg, made in 1953. The frame and caption is tongue-in-cheek, imitating the style of the Royal Academy and monogramming of Renaissance drawing, further pointing at the fact this is a conceptual piece of art and making fun of the art itself. This piece is now in the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art collection. It is worth a lot of money, with the highest auction record going for $88.8 million, proving that art is not just what it looks like, but what it's about. Thank you for listening to my video, and I hope to tell y'all more stories about art in the future. Adios.